Hello guys, what's up? You're welcome to WinApay.com. My name is Bob. I'm going to be giving us a tour of what WinApay is all about. Now, what you see on your screen is the website. Before I proceed, it's very important that you understand that WinApay is an online gamified learning platform. Now, what does that mean? WinApay is a platform that enables you to learn while you play a game, and also you also get rewarded for it. Very easy as ABC. So this is the website. I am not logged in at the moment. You would notice the login button at the get started. In case I want to log in, I'm going to click on the login button, but for the sake of this video, we're not going to log in. We're going to act as though we are not logged in. So click on the get started to proceed into the platform. On clicking on this get started button, you'll be taken or redirected to a page where you get to see the trending games on WinApay. Now, all these games you see here, it's very important that you also notice that they are all created by the users. Very interesting, right? So WinApay now has also extend who creates the game. Okay, so it's no longer just WinApay creating the game. You also watching the video can also create the game. But there are very important benefits concerning creating the game that you should know. The sake of this tutorial is not for creating of the game, so another video is done on creating of game, which is not going to be explained here. But one thing you should know is that for you to create a game, you need to be logged in. If I click on create a game, I'm going to be given the pop-up that says login to create the game, because obviously I'm not logged in. So looking at the screen now, you would notice that all these are just games. It might not be what you are used to if you've been to WinApay before, but it's also not really different from what you've known. The only difference here is that WinApay now is strictly specifying where your games will be coming out from. For instance, now, how to make coconut jollof rice. It simply means that the content of this game is going to be on how to make coconut jollof rice. FIFA World Cup games. It simply means that the content in this FIFA World Cup, the content of the game will be under the FIFA World Cup games. Interesting, right? So WinApay now is giving you access, a clue to the kind of questions that will be asked. So you don't get to think, okay, where would they ask the question from? No, it's not done that way anymore. Right about now, you know where the questions are coming out from. So for instance, now let's assume I want to play a game. You will notice free, paid, free, and all. It's just to let you know that, all right, this game is a free game, while this game is a paid game. Okay, the paid game, you can't access it if you're not a user, because there are certain rewards and benefits for you playing a paid game. In fact, playing a paid game means you are getting money. that's just a summary. Okay, so but you can't play the paid game if you are not logged in. So for that reason, I'm just going to go to the free game so I can strictly see the free games. Now I'm just going to select one. I'm going to pick this out to make soya milk. Now it takes me to a page where I get to see some information. Now it's very important that you don't assume you know how to make soya milk. Okay, even if you do know how to make soya milk, it's very important that you go through the content of this game, okay, and understand it, read and understand it, okay, before you go ahead to play the game. It also applies for all the game. If I try to play how to make coconut jollof rice, I think this is a video game because I'm seeing the video icon. I'm going to open that on a new tab. So the video game is also simply means that the question is going to be asked from the content of that video. So it's very important that you watch the video and you understand it, then you now go ahead to play the game. So I'm just going to go back to my soya maker because I have read the content of that game already. I understand it perfectly well. So this is the content of the game. Okay, so I have read it already. Okay, I understand it already. So I can go ahead to start play. But you notice that, okay, this Robert E is the owner of the game. It's the guy that created the game. On my right hand side on the right hand side of the screen, you will see the sample question. You see that, okay, this is a food category. The package is free. The duration is 1 minute. And you will also notice that you see question 1 out of 6, which simply means that the total questions that you'll be asked is going to be 6 questions. And just under it, you're going to see a sample question that says one important ingredient for making soya milk is. Like I said, don't assume you know the question, okay? Just go through the content. Very important. Forget what you know. And of course, WinApay is going to make sure that the content you see on the game, they are always correct, okay? It's very, 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 very important and strict that WinApay always make sure that the games you get to play, the content are always very, very correct. So, but a situation whereby you get to notice that the game is not correct, feel free to message us, okay? We're going to take the information down. Alright, so if I select an option now, I have not started the game, okay? I have to click on the play now before I can start playing. So I'm going to click on play now. This is not going to count as any of the answer. Okay, so the game starts only when you click on the play now. So I'm clicking on the play now. The question says one important ingredient for making soya milk is soybeans. Okay, remember I've gone through this the write-up already, and I have a countdown already. Now I'm on question number 2. To make soya milk, you need just dash ingredients. From the content, it was stated I need just 4 ingredients. Question number 3 now says dash is another name for dates. From the content, it was stated dabino. Okay, so I'm answering from the content that I read. Directions: rinse and soak the soya beans overnight for at least 10 hours. Okay, I have gone through the game already, so I know what it means, what the answer is. After almost 10 hours, rinse and remove the seeds. Okay, I've gone through the content already, that's why I know the answer. And the last question, remember it said 1 out of 6 the other time, so this is the final question. After until your beans are swollen. He has given me the answer already. Okay, this is it here, swollen. Alright, so some questions could be tricky. The game is complete and it takes me to, alright, whoops, I got the total number of right answers is 6, total number of wrong answer is 0, total number of unanswered question is 0. So I got everything correct. That's what it simply means. As you can see, this guy is smiling. Okay. Alright, so I got everything correctly. So the next thing I can do is, you see endpoint 30. What it simply means is that I've earned 30 points, but because I'm not logged in, this point is not going to be recorded, okay? It's only going to be added to a user point that is actually logged in. So if I was logged in, 30 points to be added to my already existing point. Now you might be asking, what is the use of point? Now WinApay can decide and always decide that, okay, at the end of the month, we're giving the person with the highest points a certain amount of money. It could be the top 5, it could be the top 3, it could be the top 2, it could be the top whatever, it could be the top whatever. So it's always encouraging that you try to gather as much points as you can, because WinApay can just decide that, all right, the person with the highest point for this week, the person with the highest point for that month or whatever. The way it works is that you'll be notified, okay? Always notified from the platform. You always get a notification. So right about now, this point is useless because I am not logged in. If I was logged in, I would have added 30 points to my already existing point. Alright, so the next thing I can do is I can choose to challenge a friend to play this game. Okay, so once I click on challenge a friend, you see the series of platform you want to challenge a friend from. It could be Facebook, Twitter, or WhatsApp. So if I select Facebook, it's going to take me to, you'll see the content of the game. I challenge you, blah blah. This is the content of the game, and you can also choose to, share to your friend or your timeline, or personal message to your friend and all that. So it all depends on you. Leave this guy. You can also share it on Twitter if you want to challenge friends on Twitter on this particular game. And WhatsApp, of course, once I click on WhatsApp, it's not going to work through because I'm on the PC view. Okay, so that's just that for playing of the game and basic information you need to know about what WinApay is. And like I said, this is as though I am not logged in. If I was logged in, the sequence is going to be different. So that marks the end of this video. In our next video, I'm going to be explaining more of WinApay as though I am a logged in user. Okay, alright, so take care and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.